Welcome back. Lots of question marks. I return to the scene to pick up my notebook and see something that makes me stop. I rub my eyes to make sure I'm seeing right, then take another look. I'm not mistaken. Sure enough, there's a girl there.
나무 천국사불.
Oh, great heavenly tree Buddha. Oh, same. The girl mutters something with her eyes closed. Then slowly turns her head towards me.
너 거기서 뭐해?
You, what are you doing here? Beg your pardon?
거기서 뭐 하냐고.
What are you doing here? She's speaking in a clear, quiet voice, but it's obvious she's unhappy about me being here. I don't really know how to respond. This young girl, who appears to be a middle school student at best, is interrogating me while calmly standing next to a corpse. These things happen. This is not a situation I was ever prepared for.
여기 위험해. 몰라?
It's dangerous here. Don't you know that? Dangerous? What do you mean? I realize how stupid I must sound, but I can't stop myself from asking.
따라와.
Follow me. Whoa! Hey, wait! Ada, wait! This girl is very strong for someone her size. Resistance is futile, and even though I don't really want to, I have no choice but to let myself be dragged along by this girl. I mean, sure. I have been dragged quite far away. Stop it already. Who the hell are you? A wrestler?
이름.
Your name? She's very straight to the point. What?
너. 이름이 뭐냐고.
Your name. What is your name? Jun Sung Park. And you? What about yours?
추실이.
Subi Che. I really don't know how to reply to her short and abrupt answer. Sumi, that's pronounced Che, right? Choi is like how we can read it, but it's like generally pronounced like Che. What an unusual name. Oh, we have a choice. Look at her. I'll take a closer look at her. Talk to her. I should speak to her calmly for now. Yeah, this one. You look like a student, so what are you doing here? You shouldn't walk onto a crime scene just like that. The killer may very well still be on the loose and nearby.
여기에 살인범은 없어.
There's no killer here. I wait for her to continue, but Sumi doesn't say another word. So, what are you doing here? I end up repeating my question. I have to say, she's a little difficult to deal with.
역귀가 돌고 있어. 마을에.
There is something blooming right in this village. Something is blooming. Oh gosh, I'm getting Fatal Frame flashbacks. Hey now. Don't just stop there. Please, tell me what you mean.
너 여기서 죽을 거야.
You know, considering my luck in video games, probably. You are going to die here. Huh?
살고 싶으면 나가.
If you want to live, get out of here. I stare at her in disbelief as she walks past me, and barely manage to catch up to her. Hey, I need to know what you mean. Why am I going to die?
혼이 비정상이 돼.
This is an abnormal place for the soul. Abnormal for... I'm sorry, what?
놔.
Just let it go. Huh? She pushes me aside with ease. What is up with those eyes of hers?
놈들이 널 죽일 거야.
They're going to kill you. Who? The other guests?
난 경고했어. 분명히.
I have warned you. Quite clearly, I might add. I like this girl. Speaking in a quiet, concise voice, Sumi disappears. I look at the spot she was standing at just a moment ago. Although our conversation wasn't a long one, I'm utterly exhausted. Dude, it's been like 3 minutes. What the hell was that about? I'm going to be killed. By them. I feel like I'm the weak kid everyone's ganging up on. I really can't stress how much I hate this place. Too many strange people in one spot, all of them with a weird aura. Something's definitely wrong when talking to a harmless girl feels this uncomfortable. Okay, I have to keep it together. I have nothing to fear from a couple of backwater village weirdos. Once again, he's a little judgmental of other people. I shake off the feeling of uneasiness and start walking. I'm exhausted. First things first, I need to get out of here. Alright, so we've met 2 people so far. It's still early in the morning, and yet I feel like I've already had enough. I feel like that every day. My mind is so preoccupied that I forgot about breakfast and returned to the motel. Feeling my stomach is the least of my worries right now. I just need some time to organize my thoughts. I suddenly come to a halt.
거기, 잠깐만요.
Are we meeting someone else? Hey you, wait a minute. It's the soothing, silky voice of a woman. A sound that doesn't fit this village's bleak atmosphere at all. Okay, that's a weird way of putting that. What is it this time? I look in the direction the voice is coming from with a tired, weary expression. Hello there.
반가워요. 전 유채린이라고 해요.
So, from what I'm hearing, the actual names in Korean from the voice acting are different to what's in the subs. I don't know why. So, I'm just going to read what's in the English subs right here because it's just easiest. Nice to meet you. I'm Dinche. She's a beautiful woman. Her pretty face matches her voice. A beautiful woman talking to me with a smile on her face. Honestly, I can't say I'd complain about that. I don't think many people would. All things considered, this is the first genuine friendly greeting I've received in a long time. You know, maybe there's a reason for that. Perhaps you should look inside and question that. Oh, hi there. My name's Junsong Park. Nice to meet you. I greet her, looking at her carefully. I bet. Alright, look at her. Talk to her. Let's talk to her like a normal, regular human being.
이 마을에서 처음 보는 분 같은데.
I've never seen you around here before.
여기 분이 아니시죠?
You're not from here, are you? That's right, I'm an outsider. Who introduces themselves as an outsider? Hey, nice to meet you, I'm an outsider. Okay, I didn't ask.
외지인이라.
An outsider.
그럼 이 마을엔 무슨 일로 오셨죠?
Well, what is it that brings you here?
여행이라도 오신 건가요? 아니면 이 마을에 가족이 있어서?
Like, are you on a trip? Or do you have some family that lives here that you're visiting? Her overly direct, inquisitive approach startles me a little. This is starting to feel less like a spontaneous greeting between strangers and more like an interrogation. Bro, she just asked you why you're in town. It's not that weird. My internal alarm bells are ringing, which is why I think carefully before opening my mouth. I'm kind of stranded, actually. Suddenly, there was all this fog. I'm here because I didn't have much of a choice.
그래요?
Is that so? I like her already. I like all of them. They're all great. Lin Che gives me the once-over. Ma'am, what's up with that unpleasant attitude? Oh, he's so quick to judge. My first impression of her was good, but this is a little offensive. Oh no, the woman is looking at me. How dare she?
서울에서 내려오신 건가요?
Did you come down here from Seoul? Yeah, I'm a program director.
어허.
Oh, I see.
서울에서 방송국 일을 하신다.
You work for a broadcasting station in Seoul. Lin looks at me as if I'm some rare exotic animal put on display in a zoo. No, maybe I'm just being too sensitive. There's no maybe. I'm a stressed out mess, and this is a lot to take in. Maybe I'm just imagining things and reading into it. I decide to break the ice in the hopes of softening the strange atmosphere between us. Lin Che, was it? I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you don't appear to be from around here either.
제 소개가 늦었네요.
Oh, I forgot to properly introduce myself.
전 영환건설의 유채린 전무예요. 여기
Oh, she's still
제
going.
명함이요.
Lin Che, Yonghwan Construction's Executive Director. Please, here's my business card. Cool, we got a business card. So the Korean here says Yu Cherin. Alright. Yonghwan Construction. Lin Che, Executive Director. Executive Director? I'm a little puzzled. Yonghwan Construction, isn't that one of the 3 largest construction companies in Korea? Such a big company has such a young woman as its executive director? How didn't I already know about this, given my occupation? Lin Che looks at me with a playful expression. Is it really that obvious how surprised I am?
피디님이랑 나중에 진지하게 이야기해보고 싶은데 가능하실까요?
So, Mr. City Boy, I'd like to have a more serious talk with you later. Might that be possible? Absolutely. My eyes meet hers. A serious talk. I can feel like the finger mark quotations happening. The sound of that bothers me somehow. What could Yonghwan Construction's executive director possibly have to say to me? I don't let my worries get the best of me, and nod slowly. Yeah, sure thing. I have a lot of free time on my hands anyway.
알겠어요. 그럼 나중에 뵙죠.
Woohoo! Fantastic. Okay, be seeing you later then.
자, 들어가 쉬세요.
She's gonna murder us, isn't she? Don't let me keep you now. Go on in and relax a little. I nod and head inside. I turn around to look back in Lin's direction. Please don't shank me from behind. Despite its warmth, Lin Che's smile looks strangely ominous. Okay, we made it inside without getting shanked. Successful. I step inside the motel. The motel owner looks at me as he rolls his eyes and makes gestures that I can't quite place. It looks pretty funny.
소식 들으셨어?
Have you heard the news? The news? What do you mean?
살인 사건 말이오.
The murder. I'm taken aback for a moment. I thought I'd let this guy know, but looks like he's heard about it already. Did Hana tell him about it?
지금껏 폭력 사건 하나 없던 곳인데 살인이라니.
There's never been a single violent crime around here, and now a murder.
손님도 몸 조심하시오. 해지면 돌아다니지 마시고.
Please do be careful. Don't go roaming around at night. I mean, there goes all my plans then. Yes, you're right. I'll keep that in mind.
아이 그래도 너무 걱정하지 마시오. 이 좁은 마을에서 범인이 어디로 숨겠어?
Great, great. Well, don't worry about it too much though. After all, where can a murderer hide in a town this small?
이미 마을에서 힘 좀 쓰는 사람들이 수색 중이니 곧 잡힐 거야.
Some very diligent people from this town are already hard at work searching for whoever did it. They'll find the culprit soon enough. The motel owner's words make me think. If the townspeople are trying to deal with this on their own, that must mean that there really is no way at all to contact the police around here. Chasing after a murderer like that and venturing out there is dangerous. Oh, choices. Give advice, reassure, don't get involved. I feel like giving advice in this situation is probably not the best thing to do. It's a small town, let them do what they do. Don't get involved also probably come back to bite you in the backside. You ignore everything just to get involved in it and then like shanked in an alley somewhere. So let's just reassure them. You're right. Small place like this, whoever did it will be found soon enough. I'll just trust the people of this town and be on my way.
그 말씀은 얌전히 여관에만 계시겠다는 거요?
You mean you'll just sit it out and quietly stay here in my humble motel? Well, yeah.
아니 난 방송국에서 취재 오신 양반이라 이런 사건에 관심 좀 있을 줄 알았지.
I thought an incident like that would pique your interest, since you work for a broadcasting station.
그런데 뭐 사건에 대해 물어보지도 않고.
Uh-oh, he suspects us. You're not even asking about any details.
사람이 어떻게 죽었는지 안 궁금해요?
No, I saw it. Aren't you the least bit curious about how the victim died? No, it's...
농담이요. 뭘 그리 정색하시나.
Haha, I'm kidding. Relax. Why so serious?
워낙 끔찍한 사건이라 자세히 알 필요 없어요.
It's a terrible tragedy, so you obviously don't need to know the details.
우리가 알아서 할 테니까 없는 사건이다 생각하십시오.
We'll take care of it and deal with it in our own way. Think of it as something that never happened. Someone from around here just got brutally murdered and he's talking about it like that. Are you kidding me? I feel weirded out all of a sudden. So much so that I choose not to say anything else. I just walk straight past the counter. I have a strange feeling about that man, and not for the first time either. I make my way up the stairs, then stop. A girl who's looking out of her room at the end of the hallway. I make eye contact. Oh, we've got another person. I'm honestly surprised by how tall she is. I'm not a particularly short guy, yet I still find myself having to look up. Oh my gosh. For a moment, I wonder if she's a famous model. But even though she's tall, her face shows that she's still a young girl. If I had to guess, I'd say she's a high school student. I wonder if I'm right. She freezes as she sees me. She looks like she's just seen a monster. Instantly filled with self-doubt, I look down at myself, but in all honesty, my appearance shouldn't provoke such a drastic reaction. I'm not that scary. Maybe not the cream of the crop, but at least a solid 7 out of 10, right? Ha 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 ha. And it's not like I'm physically imposing or towering over her either. I look at her again. The poor girl still looks scared, and also quite sad for some reason. Why is there always an option to just look at them? Reassure. Hey, hello there. How are you? So, are you a tourist too? Just passing through? Oh, she did not like us. For a moment, I just stand there in disbelief and stare at the door that was shut so suddenly. What the hell? Did I say anything wrong? I feel like there's been a big misunderstanding here, but I really don't have the time or energy to clear it up right now. I just shake my head and make my way up towards my room. I'm not a fan of self-pity, but I've really been through a lot. It's still really early in the morning, yet I'm already exhausted. I feel like I would have no trouble falling asleep on the spot. Hey, that is some pretty cool artwork. Hello? I walk out into the hallway with slow steps. Oh my goodness. Hi. Wow, that was close. I almost bumped into her. Is she staying here too? We've met the whole harem so far. Seems plausible. Why else would I run into her here of all places? Move to the left, move to the right. Uh-oh. This is the most important choice we're going to make all game. Left. I turn to the left. At the very same moment, she moves in the exact same direction as me. Haha, gotcha. This time I turn to the right. She moves in the exact same direction as me once again. I take a small, clumsy step back. Same. Hey, what's up?
네.
Oh, yeah, hi. All of that translated from her to say, nah. Most awkward greeting ever. How super strange for both of us. This whole situation is painfully weird. Look, I'm just saying, if every single meeting this guy has is painfully strange and awkward, maybe the problem lies within. I'm just saying. Conversation. I squeeze my body against the narrow hallway's wall and make a gesture signaling her to move past. I can't help but stare at her as she walks away. Well, that's rude. I don't know how to properly put it in words, but she exudes a strange aura. Wait, I said talk to her, and it didn't talk to her. What was the point of having a choice? There is something about her that's almost calming, yet at the same time, magically magnetic. I open my mouth without even realizing it. Hey, I'm Jun-Sung Park.
전 선아리라고 해요.
And my name's Nutty Lee. So, what brings you here?
그냥
Well,
요양차 근처에 왔다가 안개 때문에 길을 잃어서요.
I was on my way to a nursing clinic and got lost in the fog. Oh yes, these things happen. A clinic. Is there something that ails her? Now that I think about it, Nutty does look as if she's lacking energy. That's rude.
준성 씨는요?
And what about you? Oh, I'm a PD. Here's my card.
시사부 PD?
News PD? That's right. It's a program called News Trace.
그거 유명한 프로 아닌가요?
Isn't that a really famous show? Oh, so you've heard of News Trace. I obviously know she has, yet I still ask for confirmation. It's one of my bad habits that I just can't seem to shake.
물론 알죠.
Of course I've heard of it.
그런데 PD님이 이런 외진 곳까진 무슨 일로?
What happened that would bring you all the way out here to such a remote place? I was on my way out here to gather information for a story I'm working on. I don't mention the words mass disappearance. No need to say more than I have to for no reason. I was traveling by car, got lost and stuck here because of the fog, just like you.
저런. PD시면 엄청 바쁘실 텐데 곤란하시겠네요.
Oh no, you must be very busy. I hope this doesn't cause you too many problems with your job. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. With things being how they are, I guess all I can do is take an involuntary break. I catch myself smiling for no apparent reason. An appropriate response, well suited for a casual conversation. It's nice talking to somebody normal, but I wonder if I should be so open and casual. Come to think of it, why did I call out to her in the first place? What? You met in the hallway, why wouldn't you? Oh, I hope I'm not keeping you from something.
아니에요. 그럼 조심히 들어가세요.
No, not at all. Well, I wish you good luck with everything and a safe trip. Oh, yeah, thank you very much.
그럼 전 이만.
I'll leave you to it then. She looks down at the floor shyly and walks to the other side of the hallway. How strange. I'm not acting like myself. Usually I'm a lot better at talking to people. You know what? I'll believe it when I see it. I watch Nutty as she leaves and then return to my room, confused about what exactly happened just now. It's evening already, and the sun is starting to set. My whole body feels weak, and looking back at the day, I realize in retrospect that I haven't eaten anything so far. I decide to head for the restaurant the motel owner recommended so I can at least have one nourishing meal. The very recent murder is already a hot topic of discussion at the restaurant. There's just one thing that strikes me as strange, which is that the people talking about the murder don't appear to be very scared. There isn't any fear or confusion. People are talking about it in a nonchalant manner. It's like listening to a bunch of bad actors, utterly incapable of portraying emotion in their lines. Their next-door neighbor just died, and it's a really small town. Yet, they can still carry on having normal conversations just like that. Also, I don't know if I'm just imagining things, but I get the impression they're acting this way because I'm around. Could that be? Or is the whole thought ridiculous? Hey, I didn't get to see the food. On my way back from the diner to the motel, everything is already pitch black. I came here for food. It's been a long day. I quietly complain and hastily throw off my coat. I sit down and look at the pictures I took with my phone. Looking at the mangled corpse, it looks just as bad as it did earlier. Well, yes, I imagine if it looked better, that would be a bit weird. I throw my phone aside as I can feel my dinner coming up again. Sure, as a PD, it's exciting to catch a big case like this. But that doesn't make witnessing something this horrible any easier, and it's enough to tire me out emotionally. Phew. I let out a loud sigh and wrap myself up in the blanket. It's nowhere near as comfy as my bed back home, but right now it's enough to make my body feel as if it's melting away. Wonderful. Starting tomorrow, I'll make some serious inquiries and get to the bottom of this. I motivate myself with some much-needed words of reaffirmation. It's a little early to be going to bed already, but I should close my eyes and get some rest. I open my eyes and feel like I just woke from a terrible nightmare. My heart is pounding in my chest like crazy, so much that it really hurts. I hold my chest tight and take a deep breath. The cell phone. There's no signal in this place, meaning phone calls shouldn't be working. I don't remember setting an alarm, but for some reason, the phone's ringing. I fumble around with my hand and reach out to grab my phone, but I can't find it. I wait for a while. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I can see the phone next to the bed. The screen isn't visible because it's turned upside down. Uh-oh. What time is it? It's time for Satan! It's 666. A time that should not exist is displayed on the cell phone. I feel so startled and uneasy that I toss my phone to the side. I look around the room. It's hard to see anything, really. It's a dark room, so it's only natural not to see the surroundings. But something feels different. Even now that my eyes have somewhat adjusted to the darkness, I feel a sense of isolation and loneliness. This feeling, it's as if I've been abandoned in the dark. What's going on? I struggle to lift myself into an upright position. Cold sweat is running down my back. The foggy road, the strange village, the murder scene. It's like everything that could possibly go wrong is doing so, times 10. Ew. There's a really bad stench in the air all of a sudden. I can't place it. I've never smelt anything quite like this before. Covering my mouth and nose, I look around again. For some reason, the air inside the room feels sticky. Ew. It's so unpleasant that I can't help but rub my arms with my hands. I can hear footsteps approaching. A cloud of cold mist hovers around the room, and someone slowly phases through the wall, stepping out through the mist. Nope, that's not okay. Oh my goodness. It's a Satanist. It's a tall man, dressed in what appears to be a priest's uniform. That man, no way! Did he just pass through the wall? I feel like it's best not to say anything right now and can't even bring myself to finish my question. Uh-oh. They're twins. Another man dressed in a priest's uniform appears at the opposite side. Upon closer inspection, I can see black mist emanating from inside his uniform. Is it just me or do they look like women? Just saying, it's probably some of the many people that we've met so far. I feel like I'm completely surrounded, and resisting is the last thing I plan on doing. All I can do is stare. What? Though it's a belated reaction, I can't just stay still and try to get up. Holy crap! The black mist seeping out of the man's uniform extends like a tentacle, throwing me onto the floor. I don't like where this is going. Just saying. The sheer force of it renders me unable to breathe for a moment. What the hell is this? A dream? Or am I going crazy? Or could this actually be real?
박준성. 이렇게 부르면 되는 건가?
Junsung Park. That is your name, is it not? I can hear a voice in front of me and I stare into the darkness ahead. Oh! Oh, the summoning! He's got horns. Then he shows up, accompanied by a red glow. He's definitely standing in front of me now. Even so, I still can't logically wrap my head around the thought of him actually being there. Who are you?
맙소사.
Oh, my
자네의 첫
word.
질문이 그건가?
Oh, he's still going. Do you really need to ask? The answer comes swiftly and in a tone I can't quite place. I feel like listening to the voice is tearing my heart apart. Damn it. I don't even know how I'm maintaining my composure right now. Well, yeah. Who the hell are you? I can barely muster up the courage to squeeze out the words. I'm still not sure if this is really happening. Who, or whatever's in front of me, is smiling straight at me.
너의 언어로 표현하자면
In your language?
그래. 입회자라고 부르게.
Well, you could call me a witness of sorts. A witness? What do you mean? Have you been following me around?
신심 행사를 입회하고 있네.
Woohoo! You are attending a divine event. An event?
자세히 알 필요는 없네.
You do not need to burden yourself with details.
그저 자네를 위해 준비된 행사라고 보면 돼.
Just know that it is an event specifically prepared for you. Ooh, thank you. As soon as he's finished with his sentence, his unsettling smile returns, like he's on the brink of laughing. I'm in danger, chuckles. The more I talk to this person, the more I feel a palpable sense of dread. This is an entity I shouldn't be talking to. An event prepared just for me. What do you mean by that?
간단한 룰이네.
You will find that the rules are quite simple.
이 마을은 악마 부활을 목적으로 만들어진 마을이고
This village was built for the devil.
자네는 그것을 위해 선택된 소중한 존재지.
Uh-oh. And you have been chosen as a precious offering.
그런 자네를 위해 5명의 암컷들을 준다.
5 females have been prepared for you. Thank you.
아마 이미 만나봤을 거라 생각하는.
I think you have met them already.
어땠나? 마음에 드는 자가 있던가?
How was it? Anyone in particular tickle your fancy? Well, yes, actually, now that you bring that up. As he continues in a mocking tone of voice. Oh, splash, splash, splash. I can see their faces passing me by in my mind. The women I met by chance this morning. No way. Could he be referring to them? Not my harem.
그 암컷들과 즐거운 한때를 보내고 마음에 드는 자를 선택하면 되네.
Spend some nice time with them and have fun. You can pick and choose whichever one you like.
수컷으로서 나쁜 일은 아니지 않은가?
An offer quite enticing to any man, wouldn't you agree? Every single word of his carries an undertone of ridicule. He's definitely mocking me.
그런데 한 가지는 명심하게.
Oh, and one more thing to keep in mind.
그중 한 명의 불청객을 제외하면
With the exception of one uninvited guest among them,
그 암컷들은 인간이 아니라는 것을.
these females are not actually human beings. That's not a deal breaker for me. Wait a sec. What the hell? An overwhelming sense of despair makes me stutter. Bro doesn't know what he's dealing with. I'm into that. Ha ha ha. But he just shakes his head as he walks slowly towards me.
직접 보도록 하게.
I will. Have a look and see for yourself. He puts his hand on my head. Before I know it, I'm standing in front of a door. I know this can't be real. It must be a trick. He's showing me an illusion. But for some reason, I'm deathly afraid of this door. The door opens. Although I don't want to, I take a step towards it. I feel like no matter what I do, I can't turn back. My feet won't stop moving. Oh, no way. Doesn't look very pleasant. I exclaim without even realizing it. Wait, this is kind of like the ending of Fatal Frame 3, but if like everything was on fire. I am standing in the center of hell. I'm not even sure why I knew immediately that this is hell. Probably all the fire. but it definitely is, and I must be at its very center. Not scriptures. Suddenly, my brain is flooded with information. Things I've never heard of before. Things I'm not supposed to know. Oh my goodness. Death. Celebration. Ritual. Fog. The 7 demons ruling over the 7 deadly sins. And the death of the demon of greed. 5 women have entered the village. They are, in fact, trying to claim the throne of greed that is currently vacant. Okay, I get it. Please, stop. My head is throbbing. I close my eyes as the pain grows more intense, so we need to pick out whichever one is the demon. However, like a parasitic worm digging its way through my brain, the images keep popping up in my head and disappearing again. The unpleasant feeling soon turns unbearable. Horrible like no pain ever experienced before, followed by more pain. That's how I feel when I wake up every day, man. My brain feels as if it's melting. It's like my brain can't cope with the sudden influx of information. My eyes are burning up and all kinds of disgusting, wicked images flash before me. Wrath, fear, lust, lies, pride, sadness, gluttony, envy, greed, sloth, plague, death, revenge. Big deep breath, and there is immeasurable greed, strong enough to devour the whole world. Oh my God, please, no. A disgusting sensation, the likes of which I've never felt before, forcefully makes its way up my throat. I can't hold it back any longer and start vomiting. Ew. I jump out of bed, flailing through the air. Fall to the floor and roll around on the ground. Is he rolling around in his own vomit? Getting up once more, only to find the space in front of me empty again. After vomiting so much that it feels like my intestines are about to come out next. Ew. Keep that to yourself. I fall to my knees.
내 너희들이 행한 대로 즐길 것이다. 너희는 돌이켜 후회하고 모든 희망에서 떠날지어다.
I shall enjoy this. Let regret fill your every action as you abandon all hope. Bro, I abandoned all hope long ago.
이상 그분의 전언이니
That is his message.
부디 즐겁게 즐겨주기를 바라지.
Please heed, relish, and enjoy it to your heart's content. The voice sounds awfully clear, even though my consciousness is fading. After having struggled for so long, I finally succumb to the weakness creeping over me. Well, that was an action-packed episode. We met our harem of ladies. There's 5 of them. At least one of them is a demon, apparently, trying to take the seat of greed. The town is talking about us. And we met the witness, who maybe works for Satan himself. I'm not quite sure. We took a quick trip to hell. You know, just a quick one. We got overloaded with, like, all of the knowledge of mankind ever. And then we rolled around in our vomit for a while. He had a bit of a night. Anyway, we're going to end this episode here. That got really interesting really quickly. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited to see where this is going now. And if we can maybe properly investigate who the demoness is. I'm not really very good at these things, so they're probably going to take me to hell. But I guess we'll see. Come back next week. Let's find out what's going on. I'll see you guys then. See ya.